Christmas 2021 is in the books. What's going on, guys? We are back for another classic pay-per-view watch-along today. Starrcade 1993, 10-year anniversary of WCW Starrcade. Vader versus Ric Flair in the main event. I believe it was supposed to be Vader and Sid. Sid got injured. Flair replaced him, and of course, the rest is history. Arguably one of the greatest Ric Flair world title wins of all time. So we're here to watch that tonight. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, whatever it is you celebrate. If it's Christmas, I hope yesterday was fantastic. It was for me, so Merry Christmas to all of you out there, and glad to see you all of you in here today. It should be a fun night of wrestling. We got the football game on here. I believe it's Cowboys Washington. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll watch Starrcade 93. And as I've been talking about in my last few episodes, the watch-alongs will continue in 2022, and for the next couple of months, 3 months at least, we're going to be doing only Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias, so that's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to kick things off in January. But this week we'll be busy. We'll be up here this Wednesday for Dynamite watch-along, and then we will be back on Saturday, I believe Saturday. This Saturday is New Year's Day, right, for day one, and a full review there. So thanks for being here, y'all. Looks like the normal subjects in here. I'll say hi to everybody in just a little bit, or in just a minute. I definitely want to try to hit play by 11 after the hour, because on Peacock, the time for Starrcade 1993 is 2 hours and 49 minutes. So that'll wrap us right up nicely with a nice 3-hour stream here. If you are going over to your Peacock trying to find Starrcade, you want to look for Season 11, Starrcade 1993. For those of you just joining us, we do watch-alongs using Peacock. So if you are using the WWE Network or another platform to watch this show, you might not sync up perfectly, but if you're using Peacock, we will all hit play together here in just a little bit, and all you got to do is follow the timer above my head and keep your program synced to that, and we should be fine and all be able to watch together. So it should be a fun one today. I didn't really look at this card, glanced at it about 2 weeks ago. There's a couple of interesting matches on here that I'm excited to see, and of course, the main event will be fun to relive because I haven't seen this match or the show in a long time. As a matter of fact, I've got this here VHS tape of this event. We're not watching the VHS. We're watching the Peacock version, but this thing is in pristine condition. Don't even remember how much I paid for it or when, but I have it. And we also get a Rick Rude and I think Ray Traylor or Boss Man match for the world title that's advertised here as Sting versus Rick Rude. So not sure the reason for the replacement there. And I know Boss Man had just come in, just jumped from WWE, and would only use that boss name for a very, very short amount of time before I think WWE put the kibosh on that. So hopefully some of you guys can fill me in. I saw We Are Pro Wrestling was here earlier, so if you can fill me in on some of these facts later, that would be appreciative. Can y'all hear me? I did no sound checks. All right, we're looking good. Okay, we are good there. I want to say hello to Victor Colon and Jay Lambo and Tatanani, Lil Justin. We've got Lambo, did I get you? Sam, K-Dogs, Kennel, what's up? We Are Pro Wrestling, Raymond, Daryl, Big J, Jet the Hawk, George Morris with the $5 drop. Thanks, dude. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Starrcade 93, 10 out of 10. How was your Christmas? Mine was awesome. Are you ready for Cobra Kai Season 4? Will you review? I might review. I'm a wrestling channel, though, so I'm not sure if anybody would give a shit about my review, but I might do one just for fun. I think it's definitely possible, and I'm ready to watch it, man. I've been kind of catching up on Season 2 and 3 in the last couple of weeks, and Season 4 drops on New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, basically, but unfortunately, I won't get a chance to look at it till like 2 days later, so it's going to be a while until a couple days before I can watch all of those, but I'm ready for it, man. Terry Silver, you son of a bitch. Good to see Ben Espinoza here as well. We got Wilbert Reed in the house. K-Dogs Kennel, I think I got you earlier. Robert Ratcliffe and Yachiro Ruben. Victor Colon with the $2. Thank you. More WWE COVID problems. Biggie, Seth, Bianca, and Becky. I didn't know about all those. I knew about Seth, and I think that's it. I'm out of the loop on wrestling news today. So I only saw Seth Rollins' tweet about a half an hour ago about him having COVID. That sucks. Hopefully him and Becky and the baby are all okay, and same goes for Biggie and Bianca. So, yeah, it's kind of getting scary. A lot of sports games have been postponed and altered, and, it ain't over yet, So that sucks. But luckily, we have no COVID restrictions here on this channel. We can do whatever the hell we want. And today, we're watching Starrcade 93. So during this time, hopefully you've pulled up your Peacock and found Season 11 of Starrcade 93. We're going to do a countdown from 3 in just a second and start the timer. If you have any ads to watch or anything, get that out of the way and get all of your zeros across the board on the play bar there, and we'll hit play together. in just a minute. Ooh, incidentally, guess what I have to drink today? Bang. As if I need to be drinking any more after Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but I'm here with you guys. So let's crack one open. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year to you. This coming Thursday, we have our end-of-year Q&A. You can send in your questions to that right now to goodmikework@gmail.com, and we'll be up here Thursday night, same time as we come up here right now, and hang out for a bit, answer all the questions that got sent to me, chat, basically just do a hangout. And we'll probably include some wrestling news and kind of treat it like a podcast at the same time. But it is going to be a fun hangout this coming Thursday. So big week on the channel. Wednesday night Dynamite Watch Along, Thursday end of year Q&A, and then we kick off 2022 on Saturday, January 1st with a day one review. So write all that shit down in your calendar. Hopefully you've got the cock pulled up right now on your computer, tablet, phone, television, whatever you're doing. Yes, and lots of NHL games were postponed as well. Everything's getting postponed. It sucks. Thank you for that, Tatanani. I have got my Season 11 of Starrcade pulled up. I'm ready to hit play. I never did drink this after I toasted you guys. Yeah, I'll suck down this bad boy. This will make this show very fun. God, I love this beer. I bought a few of these 6-packs, but really like this particular IBA. Good stuff from the Broken Skull crew. All right. Hopefully you all got your Peacock pulled up. As you know, I do the double computer thing, so I have to do one finger on the play button, one finger on the timer, and try to get this right. So far, I'm undefeated. All right. I am just about in position. Hopefully you guys are too. And we're going to count down from 3 as usual. So get your fingers ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, I should be talking a little bit about Cody winning the TNT Championship last night. I'm yet to watch that match, but we'll be talking about that a lot this week. Oh, this is interesting. This opening. Don't skip the intro, by the way. This looks like some pictures of Ric Flair when he was young, playing football. His career, I believe, is on the line. Here, if he wins the title, does not win the title, he must retire. 11 months earlier, he was facing Kurt Hennig on Raw in a loser leaves town match on Raw. Here he is in December, fighting for the title. Very sad. I mean, Ric Flair was talking retirement 16 years before he actually did it, 15 years, something like that. Vader. Vader time. Vader was such a badass. I forgot where they even are. I guess they're going to tell us. Charlotte. All right, cool. Charlotte, NC. Love the ramp down to the ring. These are the years of WCW I have the fondest memories of, even though it was like kind of their shittier years, like 1990 through 93. It's what I remember the best. When Hogan got there and stuff, I didn't really like him that much. You know, it was this that I enjoyed watching on Saturday nights, just an alternative, some different kind of wrestling to watch other than WWE. Look at Jesse Ventura. What are you doing with that ponytail? You see that guy waving behind him? Hi. Oh, my God. 1993, y'all. It's going to be fun. I remember as a kid being shocked when Jesse turned up over there. I'm like, God, it feels weird to hear his voice on that show. Yeah, Flair's not going to be going down in Charlotte. Jesus. Oh, Vader pulling up in a Pontiac Bonneville. My mom had that same car in 1993, except hers was white. That right there is a Bonneville with North Carolina plates. We got a spoiler on ours. Ours was a little sweeter than Vader's. This Vader and Harley Race driving that thing up. Look at Vader. I love that Harley drove. That's the best. I like this kind of party. We Are Pro Wrestling. Are you in here? What's the deal? How did they do this with the world title and the WCW title? Like the title, the world, the big gold belt, Rick Rude's wearing that right now. He faces the boss man later on. when they changed it to the international title, that all had something to do with Flair taking the belt to WWE and then them retrieving it. But in between that time, they had created a new world title. So when they brought it back, then there's two. Do I have that right? I kind of forget how that all happened. But Ric Flair wins the WCW world title, and I guess the other one was then the international. And I don't recall when a unification even happened with that. Man, look at that empty arena there before the show. That's so awesome. I mean, look at the crowd they drew back then. I mean, WCW was considered Bush League. You know, they probably pulled in 8,000 people for that arena, maybe more. Let's look it up. What's the attendance? Starrcade 93. Yeah, 8,200. Ha, I hit that on the nose, didn't I? Holy shit. December 27th, 93. Anniversary is tomorrow. All right, a lot of preparation here. Look at Flair. Is this little Ashley? Look at her. Look at Charlotte. That's great. Mean Gene is there. Put that cigarette out. Just a year before, 2 years before this was going on. Look at Charlotte hugging her. Or hugging him. Oh, that's sad. That's bizarre. I haven't seen this in so long. Look at that bowl cut on Reed. Look at Charlotte holding her mom down, being selfish, always going over. Sting and Flair, June of 94. Okay, at the Clash. All right. I remember it happening. I just don't, my timeline is all off. So that's right when Hogan came in. Okay. He's not going to be executed. He's just wrestling. Please, no tongue on these kisses, Flair, if you can help yourself. That would be lovely. Look at David Flair. I can't remember if this is Charlotte's debut or if she had been on camera before. I'm sure she has. Yeah, and then Hogan came in and fought Flair at the Bash. Yeah. I was watching a lot of WCW right before Hogan got there. Just a month or two when he was announced to come in and they were hyping him and stuff, but I kind of wasn't paying attention to the title scene and what exactly was going on. Your nice Charlotte home with the Christmas lights. Flair riding in a limo. Vader being driven by Harley Race in a Pontiac. That's fucking great. That right there is wrestling. All right, we are 6 minutes in, and we haven't had shit for wrestling yet, but that's about to change. It's so weird seeing Ric Flair talking to Mean Gene and this not be 1992 WWE. You know what I mean? It's nearly 94 WCW. Crazy. Jeff, let's get to the arena. All right, first contest. Let's see what we got. I have no idea. I can never tell if this is the real music or not. Okay, this looks like Scorpio and Bagwell. That's right. Look at Marcus and Teddy Long with him. Beefy Teddy Long. Look how bulky he is. Oh, that mullet. Don't. This is Charlotte. You got to be careful out there. So this is... oh, God. What are they doing? Y'all, they're dancing. We got to turn it off. We're going to have to watch something else. Just turn it off. I'm kidding. Did they dance? Marcus Bagwell danced. Buff Bagwell danced. Who's the dude in the ring? Teddy Long, 1993 Hotline Fan Poll Manager of the Year. Congrats, Teddy Long. I don't remember if I voted or not. It's like fucking Harvey Whippleman's son. Yeah, Charlotte. All right, now we're going to get Scorpio and Buff's opponents. Who is it? Pretty Wonderful. I like everybody in this ring except for Paul Roma. I don't even remember them having the assassin with them ever. Something I just deleted from my memory. I didn't dislike Pretty Wonderful. I was never a Paul Roma fan, but I was also kind of surprised that Paul Roma never got over more. He was in a ton of tag teams. Young Stallions, then Pretty Wonderful here. He was in Power and Glory in the WWE. He was either a tag team guy on a lower-end tag team or an enhancement talent at best in a brief run with the Horsemen. But this was one of many partners he had. I like the name, though. Pretty Wonderful fit. Pretty Paul Roma and Mr. Wonderful. You can already see Orndorff's, I believe it's his right arm, start to atrophy at this point. No, yeah, it's his right arm. It's already happening a little bit. Yeah, in terms of the deceased folks in this match, Paul Orndorff and Buff Bagwell's mother, Judy, just passed away. Roma and Arn. Okay, so Roma and Arn. So Roma did hold tag gold. I forgot about the team with Arn. But he's always in great shape. He looked good. I don't know why he never got a big push. Maybe he just wasn't well liked or something. Nobody speaks well of him. WWE gave the Stallions a little bit of a run, a push, gave them some theme music, had them beat the Hearts in a non-title. But, you know, in the same division as the Can-Ams and then the Strike Force after that, you know, Young Stallions and the Bees and a lot of great teams, they just never really got over. WCW was a good place for him to go, actually. Found way more success there he ever would have with Vince. Look at young Bagwell putting the moves on Roma. Eric Watts was in the company. I forgot about that. In the year Techno Team 2000. Well, I was always a big fan of Hercules. I thought they were a good-looking team. You know, they wore those like white muscle shirts and stuff, and they had a great finisher that they hit well. But they never really got their good push. Biggest win they had, I remember, was at SummerSlam one year against the Rockers. Yeah, this is late 93, so all of the token WCW refs are there. Nick Patrick's there by this point. Pee Wee Anderson is there. Mickey J might have been by this point, too. I don't think Hildebrand was there yet. Not sure. Billy Silverman might have been there. No, I've never been to the ECW arena. You know, and that's something I'm okay with. I don't think it's like the nicest part of town or whatever, so I can live with not seeing that. I've never been to MSG, which for a wrestling fan of as many decades as me, I'm kind of ashamed of, and I'd like to get there. They're chanting Paula. That's their big insult. Man, Scorpio's so young here, too. Jeez. This was before he was flashy and before he was funky. He was just too cold. I have no idea who wins this match. I feel like the babyfaces would. Did Pretty Wonderful hold the tag belts? I think they did. All right. Dallas and Washington is underway. I've got Dak Prescott on my bench that I started Matt Stafford in favor of him, and I'm regretting that. I was in the playoffs today. Had a bye last week, and I lost to the worst. I lost to a girl today. She beat me. All because I had Arizona's kicker who got like negative points. I put Matt Stafford in who did shit. And those were my big ones. Other than that, I didn't score enough to get the job done unless Kimura scores 40 tomorrow for New Orleans. Otherwise, I am out. Twice in 94. Yeah, I remember a couple of their runs. Just have no clue on the timeline. This particular building here in Charlotte, I had never been to. I missed their chanting whoop. There it is. Yeah, I think that song came out this year. Yeah, Victor, when the pandemic is over, if it's ever over, probably never really will be, but sounds like New York is the last place you really want to be right now when anything is going on like this. So, that was God, Roma was not, he was sitting up when Scorpio splashed and basically landed right on the back of his neck. Ouch. He's hurting my arm. He's hurting well, of course he is. You're fighting. That's what you're supposed to do, hurt the other guy. Yeah, Buff would slowly transform. You know, he'd look like this for a while because he'd go on to team with, well, unless that's already happened too. Like I said, my timeline's off. I don't recall when the tag team with the Patriot was, or American Males with Scotty Riggs. Feel like both of those are after this. No, they're talking about the hotline. Jesse goes, why don't they get the losers on there? Ooh. Oh, look out. Watch for Roma. He's about to say he's going up top. Nick Patrick asked Roma or Orndorff if he tagged, and he first said no, and he goes, wait, yeah. I remember back in the day, I used to think that WCW couldn't afford all the same color ropes. So this is what they had to do. I'm like, why are they all a different color? That's weird. At least WWE's red, white, and blue was on purpose, but blue, black, and yellow always was weird. American Males, my God, that song. That fucking song, so brutal. I honestly think back in these days, that was something WCW should have worked on to get better at. Like, in terms of production, WWE was just always on top of that. They always had the best looking shit. Even back when, in the early 80s and stuff, when shit didn't even look good, you know, they made it look good. And WCW's theme music and, like, their little, you know, hype packages and stuff always just looked so low rent. Like a high school kid was doing it in his basement or something. Roma going to the top. Missed. Kind of landed on his wrist, it looked like. Tag, yeah, about to say, tag your partner. Big miss on the left elbow. Good looking punching and selling there by Scorpio and Orndorff. Yeah, watching a 1993 match through modern eyes, matches are going to seem longer. It's just the way it was back then. Keep fans' attention a lot more, too, back in the day, without having to do a whole lot. Bagwell makes the save. Scorpio. I don't know what that was. Big punch, I guess. Was Scorpio doing the 450 at this point? Is he going to set up for it? Big glancing, spinning heel. Come on. That's the assassin. He's backing up pretty wonderful right now. And he took a bump. Oh, God. I was about to say, Scorpio going for head scissors. I couldn't tell. I think he kneed Orndorff right in the face on the first attempt. Oh, there's the assassin. Oh, he's going to... Oh, headbutt. Oh, that's it. The heels are going to steal one. And that's it. Yeah, pretty wonderful on the hotline. We have to listen to Paul Roma talk. Yay. That's always fun. Oh, he loaded the mask. Yeah, I didn't even catch him doing that. Fucking, that's old school. Look at that thing sticking out. Looking like Golga. Oh, yeah, see, there's that elbow to the face. Everybody loads something. Assassin loads his mask. Sherry loaded her purse. Luger and Iron Mike Sharp loaded their armbands. Ace Orton loaded his cast. No, they're still in the... How long does it take? He's way too subdued for his career being on the line. I'd be like psyching myself up, be jacked. I'm just drinking Red Bull and PCP. I love that we keep cutting to Flair and Gene riding in a limo to a funeral or something. The mood. So if he wins here, he'll be 11-time champion. Do they count his WWE runs? Do they count his WWE titles? think they do. Oh, there's Dallas scoring. Knew I should have started Prescott, although that was Elliott who scored, unless he passed it to him. Why the fuck did I bench him? That was stupid. I can't even understand Ric Flair's Mr. Somber tone here. I say they got a police escort behind them? They do. Either that or they're being pulled over. Step out of the car, please, sir. Mean Gene is like, that joint is not mine. It's Rick's. Look at this. Flair and a police escort in a limo to the building. Racing Vader. Pontiac. That will never not be funny to me. God, well, you're depressing the shit out of all of us. It's the holiday season. Why are you guys being such sticks in the mud? I mean. Ric Flair, you're gone. Who's going to go? I looked at the guy for about 10 seconds. Can y'all hear Ric Flair? Because I can't hear him at all. Okay, finally, that's over. How many more of those cuts are we going to get? This whole show? Look at that banner. I want that banner hanging up, man. Oh, Jesus, this is King Kong and Awesome Kong, I think. Yeah. The Colossal Kongs. Jesus, I forget who these guys even are. God, who do they face? Must be a tag team. Oh, no, that's right. It's just one. It's a singles match. It's Awesome Kong. It's not a tag. Oh God, it's Fred. He's shocking. Well, this is hilarious. Starrcade match, huh? I mean, in a way, it's good that he fell through the wall, because if that would have gone off properly in the way they wanted it to, does that mean they would try to put this guy out on TV as like some big, bad, scary guy because he's wearing a bedazzled Stormtrooper's helmet? That would have been almost sillier. It's a good thing he did fall on his ass so he can come out here and be all Mr. Happy Man. Boy, there's a lot of weight in the ring. Jeez. No, it's not a handicap match. Oh, Randy Anderson's going to count? Nope. Look at the size of these jackets, these furry-ass boots and jackets. Good God, he's huge. Yeah, King Kong's in the ring, not Awesome Kong. Yeah. This company needs a goddamn continuity department. Wearing the wrong damn tights. The last thing in the world I'd want to do is to accidentally put on a guy who looks like that's gear by mistake. Imagine the smell. Oh, big high cross from the Shockster. Fans don't give a shit about this match. Oof. Good. And the other one hit him. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. Ugh. I don't know how they didn't get sued for the helmet. I think you could just get away with a lot more back then. And somebody would have to care enough to sue. But it felt like back in the day, intellectual property was a lot less protected. I mean, it was, but it ain't like it is now. Yeah, I'm glad that one was quick. Nobody wants a long-ass Shockmaster versus Awesome Kong match. That mullet guy behind there is just things exquisite. Button down, shirt unbuttoned with a gold chain. Oh, my God. Mwah. That right there is white trash. The boss. And the boss shows up. Yeah, Davey Boy would be on his way back to the WWE in about 8 months at SummerSlam. And it's funny, too, like, Rude left WWE right when he kickstarted a feud with the Big Boss Man in, like, 1990, right after the cage match with Warrior. Rude and Boss Man started an angle, but then Rude, the thing happened or whatever, he was gone. He went to WCW, and they never finished it off. And here, they're locking back up again. It's kind of cool. 2 years later. 3 years later. Here comes Flair and his police escort. Look out, make sure there's enough room for Vader and Harley Race's Bonneville to be parked there. Don't accidentally bump the Bonneville. Nice. I don't think I've ever looked up who Tony DeVito was trained by, but that's cool that it's Dr. D. Must we follow you guys everywhere? There's Doug Dillinger. Man, fuck the police. Police is here too. North Carolina police too. They're assholes. Look at Steve, and We Are Pro Wrestling. Speaking of what you're talking about, look at what Ricky Steamboat is wearing right now. That is his WWE Dragon gear from '91. All he's missing is breathing some fire. Same shit. That's cool. We Are Pro Wrestling, is that how long the boss gimmick lasted? I was thinking it was like just a few weeks. I did not know it was a few months. Wow. I thought he was the boss for a short time before becoming Guardian Angel or whatever the hell it was. But yeah, he was the same gimmick, essentially. You know what I'm thinking of? Maybe it was... Did they bring in Nails? I think they brought in Nails for one night or something. I might be misremembering that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought the boss gimmick was a lot quicker than April. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Fucking, is that Bill Dundee, right? Look at him. I always liked William Regal's WCW theme. One of my favorites. Brings back memories. I just got my driver's license a few months before this. I was such a little snot. Yeah, happy Boxing Day, by the way. Oh, no, that's tomorrow. Okay, so Nails was there. And I know it was just super quick. So maybe I'm confusing Boss Man's quick run with Nails. I think Nails was like 1 day or something. I mean, WWE had a lot going on, too. You got to think about that. Their priorities in late 93, early 94 probably weren't, they weren't probably too concerned with what the fuck Ray Traylor was doing in WCW. They had much bigger problems. Vince was about to go on trial, and shit was bad. Yeah, and when Nails 93 it was this year that when Nails came in, I think they called him like the convict or something, and he was in and out of there within seconds. Well, we got to appreciate just the fucking sexiness of this matchup here. Steven Regal and Ricky Steamboat. This is a far cry from the match we just watched. Shockmaster and fucking King Kong. Steamboat start winding down too. I think by the time Hogan got there, he was virtually done. Maybe hung around till the end of the year or something in 94. I don't recall many Steamboat matches past 94. I know he had some good battles with Austin, I think, that year. It's awesome. Fucking Regal and Steamboat. Now, these are real different styles, which is why I kind of like this match, because Steamboat doesn't work like Regal works. So Steamboat is a lot of finesse, and Regal is a lot of just, I'm just going to grind your face into the mat. They probably do because they make everything, but that version of the TV title that Regal has, they make that replica probably for purchase, for purchases if you send them the monies. Yep, August of '94. That was it for Steamboat. Which might have been for the best for him. I mean, shit, by then, you know, Hogan is there. I mean, God, if he could have held out a little longer, we could have gotten Savage and Steamboat in WCW in like 95. I'd be into that. Ooh. You've always wanted to see a Ric Flair and Steamboat match? Well, look one up. There's many, 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 many great ones. Unless you mean live. I'd like to see one live too, but can't have everything. Where would you put it? Wrestling companies back in the day always had, many times had the announce desks right up against the ring apron, which I just find bizarre today. Wrestlers utilize so much of that outside space now in basically every match that wouldn't fly today. Oh, yeah. Some of those bootleg titles, We Are Pro Wrestling, don't look half bad. I thought about buying one once just to see what it looked like. It might be a good centerpiece or something to hang on the wall. As long as it looks good, I don't give a shit. I'd rather give my money to somebody else than fucking WWE. Look at that. Big reversal there on the flipped Regal inside out. As Gorilla Monsoon would say, you either flip over like that or you break your arm. Your choice. Regal chose to flip. Y'all, I'm ready for next month. Start them Royal Rumbles, man. The only two I have down for sure are 1997 for the 25th anniversary and I believe 2003 on the Rumbles. Yeah, so far those are the only folders I have created to get those ready. But WrestleMania, I definitely want to do the 10s. 10, 20, 30 we're going to do for WrestleMania, around WrestleMania season. But we're going to watch a lot of Royal Rumbles next month. We'll kick that off next Sunday, 1 week from today. I got to find one.
The only important match is the one you're in right now. Exactly, that's a great point. Side headline. Living on the laurels of it's like me. When you retire, then you remember all the great matches. Shut up, you brat.
Shut up, you for it. I like how Dundee's pretending to be some proper British guy. Nice.
Regal with the quickness. And now pulling onto the leg of Steamboat. Keeping Steamboat. I guess it's Regal's advantage here, Jess, to keep Steamboat. Who apparently is the quicker of the two off his feet. Absolutely, and not only that, but if he gets him in a tie-up hold like this, the clock's running. Exactly. It's an important thing. More so in a television title match than any other style or any other championship match.
Oh, yeah. That, you know what? That could be a good one. But, man, We Are Pro Wrestling 94 had that fucking tie. And that wasn't even one of my favorite Rumbles. They started, the roster was thinning out, man. And I remember it not being a very star-studded field that year for 94. And I thought the Rumble itself was weak. But we probably should watch it. The casket match was good. And that painful memory of Bret's leg being kicked out of his leg by that dastardly Owen. I don't know. Ooh. Regal sold the shit out of the Enziguri. Oh, 94. Do you really want to do 2014 Royal Rumble? I can't, man. That's suicidal. The only thing worse than 2014 is 2015. I don't think I want to watch any modern Rumbles because they all suck to me. But 04, I'd be into. And 94, I'm not against it. It wasn't a good day if you're a Bret Hart fan. Like, his brother turned on him, and he's got to share the win with Lex. I was frustrated that night. Undertaker looked like he was leaving, didn't win the title. I thought for sure Undertaker was going to win the title. And little did I know he was injured and was going to be taking time off, and that was the angle to write him off TV. I didn't see that. I thought it was after Yoko was escaping time after time. There was no way he was going to escape a casket match, and we'd have a new champion going into WrestleMania 10. Boy, was I wrong. And sad. 90 Royal Rumble I like. I'm open to just rewatching 92 and 01. I've watched both of those a couple years ago in the primitive days of the watch-alongs. I think I just recorded those and uploaded them, so it wasn't like a live interactive thing. So we can definitely do a couple of those. We're probably going to do 4 to 5 Rumbles. So, and I only have 2 marked down for sure. Mm. Dundee, he's kind of dressed a little bit like Paul Bearer in a way. Oh, if there's a time limit here, they might actually go draw. If they're mentioning the time this much, this tells me we're getting a draw here. I don't even recall what the time limit is for TV titles. 15, I think. Oh, yeah. See, 4 minutes left. Oh, they're definitely drawing this. Steamboat utilizing some amateur wrestling, too. Good fucking hammer lock. Oh! This is just too much manliness for me to handle. This is Steamboat and Regal, for fuck's sake. My God. You talk about pros. Two of the best. Yeah, back in these days, like when Jesse turned up in WCW, I didn't know the story, you know? I wasn't even subscribing to the Observer yet at that point, so I had no fucking idea. I'm like, what the hell is he doing there? I'm like, yeah, he did disappear right after WrestleMania 6, and I never really knew where he went. He was just gone. After talking so big at WrestleMania 6 about WrestleMania 7 being in LA, and he can't wait to be there, and all of his Hollywood friends are going to be there, and then he no-showed. He was out of the company in a couple of months. I know it had to do with some royalties or some sort of dispute. Is Jamie Dundee still in jail? I don't know. Action Jack. My God. What a drop kick on the floor. Jeez. Steamboat, you're a veteran by this point. You're a few months from retirement. You should be able to see that coming. You got suckered in there, son. No, 2 minutes left. If Steamboat's going to win this, it's going to have to be an inside cradle type of thing at the buzzer. Otherwise, this thing's going time limit draw. Yeah, Regino, a lot of WWF icons had a long career before even ever setting foot in Vince's ring. Regal being one of them. And Steamboat couldn't decide which company he wanted to be in. He bounced back and forth several times. Oh, wow. Oh, that does not look good. Oh, that was rough. Regal attempted the bridge. Steamboat helped him get up, but... 60 seconds. Here we go. Yeah, that was a good spot on the outside of the ring, wasn't it? I could watch. I'm disappointed that this is 15 minutes. I'd watch this for 30. Watch out. Don't hit Schiavone and Jesse. Oh, yeah, double Naga knocker. "30 seconds. Get in there." Something tells me Steamboat's going to have him pinned, but time's going to run out. Watch. He'll hit him with a move here. Oh, he missed the high cross. I thought he was going to hit a move. Oh, that's it? Oh, he tried to German him for the win. Missed it. Regal retains. Do we get the 5 more minutes promo? Probably not. 5 more minutes. Well, get out of there, Regal. You retained. At least we get to hear the music again, right? Oh, they faded out. Damn it, I wanted to hear more of the song. 4 title matches to go. I love that we always get blonde mullet man on all of these Jesse and Shivani shots. That's great. I'm so glad he's there. Look at him. His name's probably Randy or something.
You know, if you really view what Ric Flair's looking at here, he may be in a win-win situation. I mean, of course, if he wins the match, he becomes the 11-time World Heavyweight Champion. But if he loses the match, hey, he gave it his best shot. He goes out in style, and I can vouch retirement ain't that bad.
I can vouch retirement ain't that bad. Jesse, I agree.
Remember, so was Michael Jordan in the prime of his career. Right now, another match set to go to Gary Petta. Ladies and gentlemen, the
All right.
of Starrcade 93, the 10th anniversary tag team action set for one fall. Introducing
Just more tag team action. Oh, this is, yes, it's Godwin and Shanghai Pierce and Tex. It's the Godwins, y'all. Sweet. Who are they wrestling? Canterbury is a big boy, isn't he? He's a big-ass country boy.
realistically, Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce over the last year been about 500 their win-loss record. For the last couple of months, they've been very, very hot.
Curious who they're working. Yeah, who are their opponents? Show me. Oh, it's Cactus. Oh, and it's Man Mountain Rock. Mad Max or Max Payne, I mean. Yeah, Max Payne. Look at that. That old school Cactus gear. Look at these two good looking guys. Yeah, like as if Tex and Shanghai are fucking Brad Pitts. Yeah, we got Naked Midian and Mankind in the ring. Tex played the he played the fake Mankind when Triple H was doing vignettes making fun of him or whatever. Remember that? I think that was right before the Rumble 2000 match.
Better question. Who conceived them? I'd like to see pictures of both their moms. Then why not? All right, we are set to go. Tex and Shanghai moved up the ladder.
Fucking Phineas, man. This is 93. We wouldn't get the Godwins rolling in for a couple more years. Pierce would be in first as HOG. Yeah, there's a lot of 95 WWF in here right now with I'm curious, okay, has there ever been a Henry Godwin and Man Mountain Rock match in WWE? I think they were there at the same time. All we're missing is Hillbilly Jim and the Bushwhackers out here. Oh, I've seen this match. I've seen that match, Cactus and Vader from Halloween Havoc. I've seen that one. You know where I want to know, Action Jackson? I want to know where that guitar is. That WWF logo guitar that he played. Is that in the warehouse? Do they have possession of that? If not, I'd be willing to purchase it.
What is that on the t-shirt of Max Payne?
Yeah, good question, Jesse. I don't know what that is on his t-shirt either. Max Payne.
It's a skull with a hairdo. It's a skull with a punk rock hairdo. It is. Only Max Payne, huh? Might not look bad on you, Jeff. Right on the top of that head.
That's right. Yeah, they did. Were being billed from Arkansas, weren't they?
41 pounds. Whoa! And with ease showing his power, going down Shanghai, who seeks refuge in the Texas corner.
Well, I guess they basically started Canterbury from Arkansas, and then when Tex rolled in, he was just like his cousin or something. So naturally, he'd be from Arkansas too. Arkansas. Never been there. Don't know shit about it.
You dropped your microphone and helped put
probably some cheap housing, I would imagine. Way cheaper than here. You think he's got the actual guitar? Well, if it ever turns up, I want to see it. I'm sure somebody could make something like that if you wanted to. I just ain't got that kind of skills, you know. Yeah, Cactus is a baby here, isn't he? Babyface Cactus. This, I believe, this is Cactus's second run. He was in like 91-ish or something, and then left. Coming back here is where he was actually getting matches, and I think even won the tag team titles and stuff like that before. Year or so later, well, about 1.5 years later, he'd go to ECW in the talent exchange deal. The Kane Dewey promo happens, all that stuff. Maybe 2 years after this. Well, thank you for that, Tony, because I had no idea who the legal men were. Cactus and Tex. Ooh, they took his head off with that double clothesline. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'd subscribe to the 93 Vader was the best Vader idea. Sure. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 of these guys will be in WWE all at the same time, and I think Maxx was just gone before Cactus got there in 96. Oof. I've always been just fascinated with Canterbury, just what a fucking stud he is. And he never got any more than, you know, just a ridiculous gimmick in WWE. He got injured real bad by the LOD and broke his neck. And I think he kind of wasn't the same after that. Oh, there's that Cactus clothesline. Oh, oh my God. He slingshotted Tex, but the opposite way to the floor. He just didn't even break his fall at all, just fell. Oh, no. Oh. Cactus and Max Payne attempting some rockers offense. That's scary. Oh, that's a painkiller. That's his finish. Armbar. Well, oh my God. He's looking the opposite way, and Tex caught him with a boot to the face. Help me out here. Cactus still has his ear, correct? The Vader match in Germany was 94. I think he still has 2 functioning ears at this point, unless my memory is way off. But we should all appreciate a 2-eared Mick Foley. Soon after this, we would only get a 1-eared Mick Foley for the rest of our lives. So this is a This is a special moment. I like having both my ears. It's cool having both. Y'all like it too? Do you like two, or would you prefer just to have one? Like, where do you stand on it? Oh, there goes Tex. I feel like we're going to get a finish here. Double arm DDT to Canterbury. Is that going to be it? Yes. I was about to say, you can tell there's going to be a finish there. Everybody's out of the ring. Two guys in there. Nice. Big win for two of the best looking people in that building, Maxx Payne and Cactus Jack. Okay, spring of 94, so it's right after this. Yeah, I didn't think it was 93. But, yeah, all right. Too weird Foley. Yeah, any feud that they had that previously ended, that wouldn't probably affect what they did on some house show, some international house show. They're just putting matches out there for the crowd. Doesn't have to mean anything. So, which is even crazier that Cactus did a bump like that on a match that really meant nothing. At least if you're going to lose an ear, do it on pay-per-view, you know? You want to see my ear fall off? You're going to have to pay. Oh, write down the hotline number. Oh, shit. I got to get my mom's permission. Fuck. Maybe I'll text her, ask her if I can call it. Yo, Mom, can I call Mean Gene? I like how it says children under 18. What if you live with your parents and you're over 18? What if they're paying the bills? Should the WCW title matches be 2 out of 3 falls? Are they going to let the fans decide that? Kyle Petty. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, look at him. Whew. That right there is some exquisite countryness. That mustache, that hair, man, the belt, the shirt. Is he going to talk? I hope he does. Richard Petty, man. God.
My father's just like Rick. You know, he's done it so long. This is all they've ever known. You know, and that's all my father ever knew was driving a race car. And this is all Rick's ever known.
Man, I grew up in this state during this time, and everything was Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt and stuff, and I never gave a shit about auto racing at all, much less NASCAR. I never got it. It's such a huge sport, and I know it's dripping with irony, a wrestling fan making fun of another sport, but I never got it. I never understood the appeal of just a bunch of hillbillies going around in a circle for fucking 500 miles. I never got it, but it doesn't matter if I don't get it. A lot of people did get it, and it's a humongous money-making sport. But just never cared, never gave a shit. I mean, I like Ricky Bobby. He ain't first or last. But as far as the rest of them go, nah. Fucking Kenny G. Petty over here. When I would travel around North Carolina going to wrestling shows, like any gas station you went in, it just had fucking NASCAR shit everywhere. Thermoses and cups and hats and goddamn. making a left turn. I wonder what's going to happen next. I mean, we shouldn't shit on it too hard. I mean, it's not easy to be an auto racer, and you're out there. Oh, look at Stunning Steve and Colonel. Nice, but still, man, God. I just never understood the appeal of it to that degree. I mean, people get behind drivers, and they hate other drivers. All my friends, because I lived there, like NASCAR. I just didn't. But they all fucking hated Jeff Gordon, and I never really understood why. They just hated him. He was like a heel. And I'm like, why is he a heel? Like, you're just out there just driving. Like, maybe it's just how they conduct themselves in interviews or whatever. I don't know. I never listened to any of them talk. But I always just cracked up at the Jeff Gordon hate. I'm like, I don't know why everybody hates him. They just do. Fucking heel. Chris Ludecki, what's up, man? Thanks for the 5. When I was 9, I ran up like $40 in charges calling WCW and WWF hotlines. My parents were pissed, but I got my Bret Hart glasses. Oh, Dustin and Austin. Check this out. U.S. title match. Oh, he had that country-ass theme, Dustin. The natural. Oh, that's 1993 hair on that girl. See that? This song is horrible. Don't let me listen to it. God, first they're talking about NASCAR. Now I got this country-ass song from Dustin. I can stick a cucumber in my ear. Call me the natural. I'm allowed to pick on him because I used to live there. It's like how you can make fun of your siblings, but nobody else can. The same thing. Anytime I shit on the South, it's only because I lived there and I loved it. But I also know how ridiculous it is. Because I'm the natural. Look at this. Just a few years later, Austin would be ramming a diaper-wearing Dustin into a porta potty and tipping it over on WWE. If you would have told these fans in the building that night, hey, in 5 years' time, literally exactly 5 years, I believe, or no, 4. I think it was like December of '97, or maybe it was early '98 when they did that spot. You go out there and tell these fans what Dustin would be up to in 4 years' time. Like, yeah, he came out probably 4 years to the day after this, dressed as a Christmas tree on Raw, with a ball gag in his mouth and a bra. Yeah, so far, I think Dustin is our first guy on this card. Well, Scorpio, who is still active. Right? Who else has worked a match that we've seen on the show so far? I think it's just Scorpio and Dustin so far.
It's evenly matched inside the ring, but I give the nod to Stunning Steve because of the Colonel outside the ring. That's a good point. Colonel, who came in and broke up basically the Hollywood Blondes, maybe the most dominant team we had seen in many years.
Oh, yeah, the Colonel was those fucking dastardly Fullers, man. It's really Austin's opponent's father, I think, really put the kibosh on the Hollywood Blondes. And working for and winning the U.S. title is what Austin thought was in the cards for him prior to teaming with Pillman. He's told the story many times. He was pissed to find that out, but they made it work. Hollywood Blondes, I think, still is like my favorite WCW tag team. Like WCW only tag team. I don't count the Steiners and the Road Warriors because of their track records and stuff, but in terms of like a WCW homegrown, homemade tag team, they had some really fucking dumb ones, but Hollywood Blondes always stood out to me. And they were my favorite. Especially when they were champs and stuff, you know? You put that team in WWE against, like, any of those teams, it would be badass. Why do I not remember Vader dressing up as Santa Claus and beating up Goldust on Raw? That seems like something I should remember. I'd have to watch a video of that to see if it strikes my memory. I remember the Goldust Christmas tree thing, I think, was on that Lowell, Massachusetts taping where Hunter beat Shawn for the European title. I think that happened on the same show. Same building Shawn lost his smile in and all that shit. I don't remember the Vader Claus thing. Happy New Year to you, Damon Smith. We'll be up here twice before the New Year comes, this Wednesday and this Thursday. Dynamite Watch Along and Q&A. Oh, yeah, Harlem Heat. I should say Harlem Heat you would think would be my favorite, but they're number 2. Harlem Blondes. Hollywood Blondes are number 1. Imagine if we had a Harlem Blondes. I love this. Is just fucking classic WCW to me. Austin and Rhodes for a championship. This is the type of shit I would watch on summer afternoons in the early 90s. Off from school, 6:05 on Saturday. Windows open. Dad's got chicken on the grill. Memories, man. Oh, I wish you guys could see my cat. That is pretty adorable the way you're laying, buddy. Austin frustrated by Dustin. Nice. 18. I didn't know you held it that long. 18 months. Beating Tully's record? That's awesome. Jesse asked Tony, do you ever just make shit up if you don't know? Oh, thank you for that, Damon. Oh, nice. 75 in Charleston today. Good for you, man. I love Charleston. I would live in Charleston. I would move there. I really would. I'd retire there. I just might. Maybe we'll hang out. We do know. Oh, Austin took a nasty spill. But we got some chilly weather going on in San Diego. We're only in the 50s. 48 right now here, and it's raining the next 4 days, and it never rains here. So you got it better than me currently. AJ, I just said the same thing. Imagine telling this crowd what Dustin's going to be up to about 4 years from this time. 2 years for the gold dust, but wait until 4 years. And he starts getting nuts. The ball gag and the bra and all the shit he was doing. Yeah, that's the show I'm referencing when Dustin dressed like a baby, I think, and Austin threw in the porta potty or whatever. Crapper 316, remember?
What is the purpose for the tape fist on Dustin Rhodes tonight?
Jesse always hated the tape fists. If a babyface was doing it. Oh! Hmm. 86 in San Antonio, right on. We got great. San Diego's got the best weather in the country, but we don't get super hot. We get hot up until November, and then it cools off a bit, but never too bad. And just a light jacket is all you ever need here. But we do tend to have a milder, like May and June than most places, and then the heat really kicks in July through November. For us, anyway. But I'd probably average it or gauge it in about 20 rainy days a year, maybe at the most. Like, we don't get any. So anytime it's cold and rainy, we need it. Keep the mountains wet and cold so fires don't start. Oh, yeah, San Francisco's always kind of cold and rainy up north. It can be very nice there, too, but I wouldn't live any further north than here or L.A. just because I don't like the cold. Oregon and Washington are like beautiful states, but too cold. Too cold for Greg. Too cold, Greg. Yeah, Dustin's getting worked over here. Look at you. You look good for nothing. All these dudes would be in WWE in 98. All three of them. Everybody but the ref. Not totally sure if Cena was a champ for 16 months, but I don't think it was that long. Might have been close. That 07 run that he had or whatever it was super long. But I don't remember. Oh, I didn't catch that this is 2 out of 3 falls. Well, no shit. That's cool. Hmm.
Looking at the two men who will dominate WCW in the next decade. Dustin swinging wildly. Steve showing his quickness now and dumping Dustin on the outside. Now he's not going out after him. Just taking a break, getting him out to the floor. Dustin gets a shoulder in. Over the
Ooh.
sunset flip. 1, 2. Oh, Steve got out of it. I thought that was the first one. Dustin a four.
Big forearm to Steve. Prior to Austin getting hurt in that pile driver in 97, he had great mobility. He could bump around like a motherfucker, man. He could climb to the top rope. He could do high crosses. He wasn't a super high flyer or anything, but he could do shit. He was athletic. And he sold great and could bump and everything. And style really changed after that. It's so funny seeing him with hair.
Well, we got a virtual slugfest going here. In the first fall of this 2 out of 3 fall U.S. title match, belly to back, stunning Steve.
Nice, Mega Teddy. Glad you're here. Just got back from the movies. What'd you see? Debbie Does Dallas? Oh, no, Damon. If I come to Charleston, I'm buying you a beer.
That time, I think the forehead of Dustin combined with the jaw of stunning Steve, both are down. Very physical matchup. Now, what happens if we did a double count out here? Then it's one apiece and we go one fall? I think so.
What'd you say about Austin's red knee pads? I saw that earlier.
Stunning Steve, first man to his feet, and still they're slugging it out. Elbow. The Rhodes trademark, and it works every time. Every time Dustin hits an elbow.
Austin, too. He would wear those white like Texas boots. His first few matches as ringmaster and stuff, he wasn't wearing all black right away. I want to say his first match he even wore like dark green or something.
Did he get it or not? No, 2. 2 count.
Wait, I'm sorry. You want 5 months of heavy snow? Some people like that. I know plenty of people that live. I have my relatives that have 2 different cabins in like Wisconsin and Minnesota. Like, and just live up there all the time. They love it. I know people in upstate New York, who get just bombarded with snow. I'm just way too much of a vagina for that. I need sunshine. I don't like gray skies. I need sun. Gives me energy. Yeah, he is. Dustin is a little busted in his nose there. Ooh, big bionic elbow that Steve sold. It amazes me that Dustin still is in there. Ooh, big clothesline. We haven't got the first fall yet. Oh, hell yeah. Damon, East Coast seafood. I'll take it. Oh, Robert Parker and Austin with the big bumps. Oh, it's over the top rope. He's going to get DQ'd, isn't he? I forgot about that dumb rule. Dustin's going to lose the first fall on a technicality. Oof. Good post bump by Austin. Austin's blading. You can tell. Look at him. Okay, don't. They zoomed in the camera on Austin. I'm like, don't do that. He's clearly going to be coming up with a little color. I love how the camera zooms in on the blade job.
We need a rest period here. And Gary Capetta has still not made the announcement.
Damn it, Bill Watts, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is he still in charge? He's gone by now, right?
for an over-the-top rope, the winner of the first fall.
I feel like Watts was already out, but he might have hung around a little longer.
We are in the middle of our 30-second.
Oh, look at Austin bleeding hard. Ow, God.
And Stunning Steve is in trouble here.
Stunning Steve busted open outside the ring. Obviously hit head-to-head with the Colonel, and it split.
Tatanani, y'all, you're in White Plains too. Y'all need to get tropical. Head south.
There's the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, the second fall coming up. And Dustin,
Man, Austin is busted open hard.
watch out. They're on the runway.
Dustin should put him. Oh, they're having some lighting trouble here. Is that on purpose? Is the Undertaker coming in?
Double axe handle.
Look at the lights. What's this about?
And the natural Dustin Rhodes.
I wasn't aware of a power failure here.
Picking him up.
And we've lost some lights here, Tony.
They're still going. They're not even missing a beat. They're acting like it didn't even happen.
We can still see the action, though.
1, 2. Got a 2 count.
It's turned into a dark match, Tony.
It really is.
It's turned into a dark match. It's a literal dark match. Jesus, this is fucking Beware a Dog going on here. God, blood all over Dustin's legs. Look at that. There they go.
And the lights come back on. We could have understood it if it would have been Georgia, right?
Curious what the story is with that. Who fucked up? Somebody just kicked the plug out from the wall.
Steve, 1, 2.
Oh, and he wins 2-0. New champ.
He wins the title, right?
Won out of technicality DQ for the first fall and held the tights for the second. That's our Austin.
Winner of the second fall.
New champ.
United States.
Okay, totally off the subject here, but this is the third. I've now seen 3 people in this audience with Detroit Red Wings hockey team gear on, and they're in Charlotte. Very weird. I see a jersey right there, and there's 2 guys behind Jesse and Tony wearing Red Wings shit too. Weird. Maybe if you're from Detroit, you got in free or something. Big bump. That's the DQ. And then Austin holds the tights for the second fall. Brilliant. There's a lot of blood on Dustin, too. Nice.
1, 2, 3, and Stunning Steve wins the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Amazing, Tony.
It's the Fiend. Yeah, little tiny little infant Fiend if he was even born.
2 title matches are in the book. 3 more titles to go.
All right.
New U.S. champion. We had a
All right, well, Shivani and Jesse are talking. I'll be right back.
Regal is still the world television champion, and they are jammed in the Independence Arena here on Independence Boulevard in Charlotte, North Carolina, awaiting Nature Boy Ric Flair. But before we get there, Jesse, we talked about Davey Boy Smith not being here, but the man called the Boss is here, ready for one ravishing Rick Rude, and he has one up on Rick Rude, so really he has the momentum coming into this world title match.
He has the momentum, but, you know, I got to play devil's advocate here. Ravishing Rick Rude has now had a chance to prepare for the Boss. Ravishing Rick Rude is a world champion, and he prepares for matches very well. So I got a feeling the Boss is going to find a Ravishing Rick Rude when he steps in here in Charlotte.
Well, I would agree. Ravishing Rick Rude, the champion, is recognized.
Oh, good. This is Rude and the Boss up next.
Let's not forget, we embark on this big night of Starrcade, an event that began in 1983, 90 miles up the road in Greensboro, North Carolina. And as I said at the top of the program, we celebrate Ric Flair, the man who defeated Ric Flair. Flair's last title reign was won.
Oh, you see Dallas Stars jersey out there? I didn't catch that one.
You're right. He's a big-time player. A lot of players rise to the occasion, big games. Rude is one of those guys.
And, you know, we haven't made mention of the World Tag Title match tonight. You know, the Nasty Boys are facing off against the Stinger and Road Warrior Hawk.
And that's still to come. But right now,
Nasties and Sting and Hawk. So why was Sting kicked out of this Rick Rude match?
tremendous
Billy Graham Parkway, that's right. The old Charlotte Coliseum where the Hornets played. Who the fuck? Oh, okay, this is the boss. Look at him. Is this was his real music? Is this what he used? If you ever take a trip down to Cobb. Look at that thing he's wearing. The boss. Yeah, I'm surprised how he was able to pull that off. He's got the nightstick. So bizarre. Look at that guy. God damn, get him out of my face. That's so bizarre to see a WCW big boss man. So crazy. You know, Matt, I was didn't even think about day one. I'm aware of everybody being pulled due to COVID, but you're right. Day one is 5 days away, isn't it? Yikes. Well, if Bobby Lashley gets sick, maybe Kevin Owens is just awarded the title. It's not fun to joke about that, but still. Oh, hey, buddy. Here, I'll turn the heater on for you. There you go. Sit down. Sit down, bro. There you go. I got a cat out of frame that you can't see. Guy like a Rude. I always thought he looked so good with that big gold belt. I think I like this WCW Rick Rude better than WWE Rick Rude in a lot of ways. Because I always thought he should have been world champion material the whole time. The Hooters girl, look at that hair on her. Hey, Hooters girls everywhere. Hooters grannies now. Rude was in awesome shape. I loved Rick Rude with the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, Starrcade 93 continues with the first of 3 super matches. This contest is one fall, 30-minute time limit, and it is recognized by the WCW International for the World Heavyweight title. Introducing first, wearing his black uniform and weighing in 292 pounds.
292 for Ray.
From the Cobb County Correction Center, introducing the challenger, the man known as the Boss.
I do remember watching the vignette where he changed from the Boss to Guardian Angel. I just didn't realize 4 months went by. That belt looks so good on Rude. It should have been a sight we've seen more often than we did.
Master of the Rude Awakening, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the current world title holder. He is simply ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, more shots of the people. That's good. Just what we need.
Two big guys, butt heads in the Shockmaster and awesome
Yeah, don't forget, back in 2017, right, we had that mumps epidemic in the
bloody U.S. title match.
in the locker room. They brought out Kurt Angle as the Shield member and stuff. Yeah, it's happened before. Not a good way to start off 2022 on the very first fucking day. All your shit's fucked up. It's going to make us very nervous for Royal Rumble and WrestleMania time when you try to book these big, huge matches, and any of them up until the very day you don't know if they're going to happen. Somebody could get sick. Yeah, I remember back in 1990 when these two kicked off a feud in WWE, and then and then Rude was just abruptly gone. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, you're like, what happened? How come they're not mentioning anything about this? The last thing I remember was like Boss Man, like he handcuffed Bobby Heenan or something to the railing, and Rude came out all mad, like, this is bullshit, give him somebody out here, get these cuffs off, and right after that, he was gone. I mean, other than the color, the Boss Man kept the entire ensemble intact. The suspender thing, the long stripe on the pants. It's just dark, went from light blue to dark blue. One year since Brody Lee passed away. That's today. I remember driving to work when I found out.
Rude and the Boss.
Yeah, WWE's pretty fucking dumb for running house shows. Like, I agree totally with that. Like, you're just playing with fire, and you're asking to get burned. And I don't have any sympathy for them if they do. Like, the revenue you're generating from house shows isn't even worth the risk of, you know, having people get sick prior to advertised matches on pay-per-view. Fucking company's idiotic. They should cease all live events until we got a better handle on things. They're lucky we're able to get TV and put people in buildings for that.
Very cautious Rick Rude and the Boss. Putting Rude in the center of the ring, and the Boss has not been
House shows are stupid. Like, they're terrible. You couldn't pay me to go to a house show. If somebody said, hey, Greg, I'll give you $20 to go to a house show, I'm like, nah, keep it. Don't want to go.
The Boss came in immediately, started the match quickly. Completely different now.
I mean, maybe front row on the aisleway. Maybe I'll go. Maybe. And I'll take that $20. But otherwise, go fuck yourself. I'd rather get a root canal. Back in the day, house shows were fun. I've been to sold out house shows back during the Attitude Era. Upper Deck, completely full in Greensboro for a live event.
Jesse, you don't Ravishing Rick Rude very, very well, being from Minnesota, he being from Robbinsdale. This guy, Ravishing Rick Rude, before he was a professional wrestler, one of the toughest guys around Minnesota, wasn't he?
Absolutely. He got his reputation.
This has had some weird matches on this card, but so far it's been good. We had a fun match with Regal and Steamboat and Austin and Dustin. Now we get Rude and Boss here. Flair and Vader later on.
To the best I know, has never been beaten in firearm wrestling, and he even got into the legitimate arm wrestling competition. And I'm not sure if he was ever beaten there either.
He is certainly one of the toughest in this sport.
What? Jesus Christ. I have never seen a backdrop that big. Good God. That was like the Big Show giving a backdrop to Brian Kendrick. I mean, he launched Rude. What a bump.
Regardless of how big, strong, and tough the Boss is, it would be an upset if he takes Rude.
No question about it. Anytime you beat the champ in the sport, Jess, I think it's an upset. Because you have so many things that can work against you. The champ
That was so crazy.
dumping you over the top rope. That is qualification.
Yeah, I don't know what the protocols are. I mean, I thought it has to be way more than 5 days before you're kind of clear of that. So I can't imagine any of them not having COVID in 5 days' time. I don't know, though. I've been lucky enough to, at least I don't think I've gotten it. If I have, it passed through me without me knowing it. But they have they probably have the live events to blame. I mean, when it's you should minimize your travel as much as you can for your wrestlers. It just blows my mind that live events are a priority to this company with the type of money and record profits they're reporting over the past couple of years. it wouldn't be much of a loss to cut live events out completely until things are better, which could still be 2 years from now, you know. Could be never for all we know. The more variants come out, you know. It's 10 days unless they're vaccinated. If it comes back negative repeatedly, they might let them through. Gotcha. It's probably the same with a lot of these sports teams. There's guys failing protocols or being removed or doing all sorts of shit in all sports. It's bad. Feels like we got like the second wave of shit coming. Oh my God, Dallas is beating the shit out of Washington. If I would have started Dak Prescott, I would be already advanced in the playoffs. I fucked up bad. Let me see how bad it is for me. I'm going to go check the score. Oh, yeah. He's already got 27 points. Jesus Christ. Yep, I would have won if I would have put Prescott in. That's my bad. That's okay. I hate fantasy. I'm glad it's over. 35-7 Dallas in the second quarter. They're beating the shit out of Washington, and I fucked up bad. All right, big bear hug here by the boss.
This is a hold here to sap the endurance. He knows Rhodes in terrific shape, and he knows he's got to do something to take that away from him.
Now, obviously, I know Boss does not win the title here, but I have no idea what the finish is. All I know is Rhodes going to be champ after this. Yeah, it sucks for Seth and Becky. The kid probably has it too. Kids can handle it, though. I have a 5-year-old niece. She had it a couple months ago. She was fine. Kids handle it, I think, better than anybody else. Like, she didn't even know she was sick. She didn't feel bad, nothing. She didn't complain about anything. She just stayed home from school for a few days and got it out of her system, which was good. I was happy to hear that she didn't suffer. Oh, big right hand to Rhodes' jaw. And she had it, and her parents, my sister and brother-in-law, didn't get it. And my sister's a teacher. She has instant tests at home. She can just test instantly at home anytime she wants. And they test themselves every day and never got it. They're vaccinated, but still luckily never got it. And there it is. One with a sunset flip, Rick Rude. Nice. Fucking Michael Buffer. This is a good right hand here by the boss. Oh, Jesse called him the boss man. You'd think they probably accidentally called him the boss man a bunch of times. Maybe that's what took WWE to finally do something about it.
Starrcade was the event that pioneered all big-time pay-per-view wrestling events and did it back in 1983. But in 1994, our very first
I think all we have is the tag title match and the main event.
Jesse, we look forward to being at Super Brawl. Fans, we invite you to join us for WCW
Super Brawl.
Brawl. And it comes your way on pay-per-view. Yes, Super Brawl Florida on the month of February. Sunday,
February 20th, Super Brawl 4.
Superstars, yours truly.
God, they are on the cusp of Hogan coming in, man. It's crazy.
You're a good-looking man. First time I realized it. All right, we are set to go with our...
Oh, I'm sure WWE doesn't intend to go back to the Thunderdome, but it's not going to be up to WWE if any sort of, big time restrictions come down and states start not allowing gatherings, then they're going back to the Thunderdome. But nobody wants that. Oh man, I don't want that Thunderdome. I fucking hated it so bad. Sting, a random team. Oh, that's cool. I don't even remember. They make Hogan foam fingers, but instead of a finger, it's Sting's face. That's cool. He's a man called Sting and the boss person. That's what they should have called him, the boss person. I would be very... Is that Missy Hyatt with the Nasties? It is. What's up, Missy? I kind of forgot you were ever with them. This was before they kind of went back to when Jimmy Hart came in. Yeah, this is prior to that. So Jimmy Hart would come in with Hogan the following year, and I think he would redo the Nasty Boys song to be something very similar to their WWE version. Oh yeah, this Sting version is not great either. None of their theme music prior to Jimmy Hart coming, theme music was never good in WCW. They had some that stuck out, but overall it wasn't great. But it was really bad in these days. I've already been shitting on like 4 themes tonight, especially Dustin Rhodes. He's a natural. Road Warrior Hawk and the Stinger. Oh, I didn't catch that. Does Missy have a whip on her? She probably does. Jesus, Missy. You're not leaving much to the imagination. Well, Jimmy Hart, I don't know if he ripped off a bunch of songs. He wrote a bunch in WWE, so if he ripped anything off, he was probably only ripping off his own work, unless some of his original works were rip-offs. I'm not sure.
I would have to say the greatest tag team of all time in the 80s, the Road Warriors. And the Stinger fits right in with him because they both paint their faces.
But I know Jimmy Hart was credited with a lot of good classic WWE themes. But I think he signed it all over to WWE. It's kind of interesting seeing the Nasty Boys and Road Warrior Hawk because back at SummerSlam 1991, the Road Warriors beat the Nasties. Look at this blonde mullet guy again. He's got $1. What are you going to do with that $1, dude? But LOD beat Nasties at SummerSlam for the titles. You Nasties better start fighting. I know, there's mullets everywhere. Fucking ref's got a mullet, Nasty's got a mullet. There's mullets all over the arena. It's a mullet party out there. Oh, really? I remember the promo in King of the Ring '93 prior to his match with Yoko. I didn't realize what Jimmy was saying was WCW theme lyrics for Hogan. That's cool. Yeah, I know Jimmy put that together for sure.
Well, there, Hawk has stepped out, and Sags has stepped out. So we got Knobs and the Stinger.
Got 4 people chanting Sting out there. That's good.
Sting, both men are in there. Oh, for crying out loud now. What we have here is a blatant attempt by the Nasty Boys to try to maybe throw off any
Have we had any fucking offense yet? Have these guys touched?
They get a tremendous ovation. They have everything going their way. You can tell the fans are behind them. But the Nasty Boys slow things way down until
Oh, of course. I remember Boss Man is Bubba. I remember when Boss Man showed up in WWE being like, look at that. Look at who they brought in.
Telegraph a punch like that, Tony. He reared back from right field with that one. Stinger saw it coming and used the quickness to just duck out of the way.
Missy is talking up a storm out there.
big arm drag. Now slow to get up after the arm drag. And the Nasty Boys in their corner. A little
Holy shit, this match is 30 minutes long. What?
position, but now it's got it.
Well, settle in, y'all. This is going to be long as shit. Were they billed from New York City in WWE, or were they billed from Chicago?
Michael Buffer said somewhere in and around New York City. That could
No, wait, they weren't billed from Chicago. Oh, I think they were billed from Nastyville or something like that. I don't know if they were billed from New York. I don't recall that in WWE, but I could be wrong.
Sags goes in and down.
Whoa, and Knobs walks in the hole.
Oh, yeah, Knob's getting worked over good.
And the Nasties bail out to the floor.
Oh my!
Yeah, Raymond, that's what it says. I just looked it up because I knew there was only one match left, so I wasn't worried about spoiling anything for myself. Because normally with these watch-alongs, I don't like to read up on the card if I don't remember it. But I was just kind of curious. And the match listing on this is 29 minutes.
Missy's a fine one to yell about cheating, right?
Yeah, boy, you're not kidding. All right, here comes the tag now, and here comes. Now Sags.
Damn. Ooh. Yeah, Road Warrior Hawk just slapped the shit out of us. I would not fuck with Road Warrior Hawk. He is goddamn terrifying. I mean, there's an urban legend that he smacked around Macho Man a little bit. Or at least punked him out, one or the other. See, I'm curious with timing of pay-per-views if this match was not initially scheduled to go 30, but when they got down to this match and they knew they wanted to give, 20-ish to Flair and Vader, if they were like, all right, because of the pay-per-view time left, go out there and give us 29 minutes. So that's why there's a lot of this stalling. Wouldn't surprise me if they just got to this match and found out that they got nearly an hour left in the show and we're like, we need 30 out of you. I mean, that Shockmaster match went, what, 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that? This is the equivalent of 15 Shockmaster Awesome Kong matches. That's scary.
And I don't care how tough you are, you get both Nasty Boys on you, even the Hawk's going down now.
2 weeks on the protocols. Yeah, could be right. It's not looking good for day one. It's looking bleak. Michael, they were billed from Pittsburgh? I don't remember where they were billed from in WWE for some reason. You might be right about that. I don't recall the city. I just didn't think it was New York. I think it's New York and WCW. Maybe Pittsburgh, because of Pitts. That might be it. They used to do the pit stop. That might be right. Damn. Yeah, if my timeline is right, Jesse Ventura had just literally left, like at the very same time that the Road Warriors came into WWE. So Jesse never called a Road Warriors match in WWE. Oh, yeah, do my hair like Hawk, Ruben Litton? Sure. I know just who to go to. Hydrochloric acid, vinyl trim, Lawn Boy. That's where he gets it done. Yeah, I would hate that, though, Matt, because if WWE has some big plan for an Asuka return down the road, like at the Rumble or something, I'd hate for them to have to spoil it by doing it to have to make up for something else. It's like Kurt Angle, the same thing. Kurt Angle, I think his return to the ring should have been so much more than what it was, than being a part of the Shield, but they had to do that because of the mumps. I don't want to see that for Asuka or anybody that they've got kind of on the shelf and maybe actually have a plan for to bring back, and then they rush it, which WWE is so goddamn creatively inept as it is. If they're going to rush something, there's no way it's going to make it better. I like that fan right by the Starrcade banner. He's got his feet up. He is chilling. And that's what I'd be doing. I'm like, I got the best seat in the house. I can put my feet on this railing, holding my beer in between my legs. What else do you need? Yeah, Yuchiro, I was hoping that Shockmaster and Awesome Kong would be an Iron Man match. I was disappointed it only went 2 minutes. I could watch those guys work forever. It's like watching Eddie and Kurt Angle work. It's beautiful. Go watch Shockmaster and Awesome Kong matches if you want to learn some real wrestling. It's good shit. That's true, Jesse. You can't always judge a Street Fighter by what his body looks like. And I know that from being a restaurant manager. I've seen a few scuffles. We had a guy that looked like, there was a guy that looked like Jake Roberts, maybe a shorter version. Somebody looked like, maybe like Joey Janela. Looked like Joey Janela take down somebody that looked like Brian Cage. I saw it with my own eyes. It was not like nothing I've ever seen before. Just because you lift weights doesn't mean you know how to fight. And it was the most damnedest thing I've ever seen. Drag him right out by his fucking head, right out the front door. It was the craziest shit. The dude might have been a little bigger than Janela, but his body style was the same. And the other guy looked like Brian Cage. The referee's accusing Missy of doing it. She's just a chick in a see-through pink dress and a leather strap and nothing to see here. Not a big deal. It's a totally innocent look. Uh-oh. There's Missy. What she got? Oh, a bitch slap. Oof. She hit him so... I'd bet anything that Hawk and Missy Hyatt hooked up in their career. I'd bet anything. Ooh, what a slap to Hawk's face, though. My God. Oh, yeah, we got Bayley, Asuka, Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss. All those ladies are out. And they are working over poor Hawk now that he got slapped by Missy. He is isolated and in trouble. give up. Oh, really? I didn't know they brought in Ciampa and Peter to the MSG show. That's a bummer, man. Oh my God, I'm watching the game. They've got this Kornacki. They got the dude that does all the election stuff. He's doing a breakdown of the standings in the playoff picture. That's great. Here's what we need right here. We need a lot of votes from this district. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Hawk rolls him over.
Not only that, of course, the slower pace of the match favors the brawlers, the nasty boys.
Well, right now, Hawk needs to make a tag.
And he's close, but
Stinger's waiting in the corner, but they're taking him back to the other side. Hey, the Nasty Boys ain't the champions for nothing.
that's right.
They know how to wrestle, and they know how to tag.
Let me look up. I was about to say, when did the Nasties win the titles? But let's look up the title history here. Try to get a timeline on some of this stuff.
Not a very good body slam right there.
There we go. Tag team champions. This is what I want. 93. Where are we at? Nasties. Okay, so Nasties beat Scorpio and Bagwell for the titles? No shit. They would drop the belts later, and they would hold these titles until May. Goddamn. Wow, they held them for a long time. They won them in September of 93, dropped them 2 weeks later to Bagwell and Scorpio, won it back 2 weeks after that, and then would hold the titles all the way up until May. It's like an 8-month run for the Nasties here. 210 days they would hold these titles for until Cactus and Kevin Sullivan beat them at Slamboree 94. Wow. Way longer of a run than I thought. Interesting. LOD is history. Missy Hyatt. Jesus. What an asshole. Yeah, the LOD briefly got back together in WCW. I think they might have even worked in 95. Or I know Hawk was there in 95, maybe. And I know they got together in 96. In WCW, they wrestled some Nitros. And then they would go to WWE in the Manhattan Center in 97. And show up there and beat the Headbangers. Wow, Hawk fighting. You're on the wrong corner, though, bro. Get over there to sting so he can sting people. Tag is made. Double clothesline. Get up, guys. Nasties needed to get up quicker. They were... Oof. Sting on a roll. Body slams, drop kicks. Oh, they just announced the time limit, too, didn't they?
No, he glanced off him. Stinger saw it coming and got out of the way.
Sends him on the outside.
I'll tell you what, man. I remember that. That was one of my favorite WrestleMania entrances. Was WrestleMania 13 with the LOD and Ahmed. And LAD came out first, and Ahmed Johnson came out in the middle of them. They put the shoulder pads on Ahmed Johnson, and that was back when he was still kind of badass. He hadn't shit the bed yet. He was about to, though. But I was a fan of Ahmed pretty much up until that point, and he just looked so awesome with those spikes. Nope, you cannot. Oh, Knobs got the knees up. on Stinger. Okay, they were billed from Allentown. Okay. I guess that kind of rings a bell. When somebody mentioned Pennsylvania earlier, I'm like, oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Might have just been a little nod to Allentown, you know, that hosted many, many, many years of WWE TV production. Everything went down in Allentown. Oh, my God, that was a botch. Okay, so it looked like Knobs went for a second rope leg drop onto Sting. Sting rolled out of the way, but Knobs landed ass first on Sting's shoulder when he was like in mid-roll. Ouch. We still have 14 minutes left in this match. They are really, this must be a pay-per-view timing thing. Unless this was done on purpose. I mean, there's a 30-minute time limit, and the match ends right before the buzzer. Maybe it was designed that way, but awful lot of time to give these guys that I think is a little bit unnecessary. I need 13 minutes out of these guys. That's all I need. I don't need 29. They're definitely going to be beating the shit out of each other by the time we get to the end of this match. I think they would keep those WCW title designs all the way up until Nash and Hall got there and won them. They didn't. They redesigned them. They'd probably be around for 5 or so years after this. Chris Ludecki, thanks for the 5. What happened between the feud that was supposed to happen with Demolition and LOD after SummerSlam? Did anything ever happen? Kind of. They wrestled a lot of straight-to-video matches, like for Coliseum Video. They wrestled a lot of live events. They were on opposite teams at the Survivor Series, but they never got a big pay-per-view showdown out of that because back in those days, it was only 4 pay-per-views. So the next one being Survivor Series, when were you going to get those teams together one-on-one? The best chance and time to do that probably would have been at SummerSlam. Or if Demolition stayed strong, push it to WrestleMania 7. But with Bill Eadie leaving, Crush coming in, the team lost its luster type of thing, and it just fizzled before we got that match. But, you know, maybe looking back, they should have kept the belts on Demolition that whole year, you know, which I would have hated because I loved when the Hearts won it at SummerSlam. But Demolition wins at 6. They hold the titles all the way to WrestleMania 7. They're dominant all year, and then Road Warriors come in. You get the dream match at WrestleMania, and Road Warriors go over, and the torch is passed. Probably would have been the right way to do it, but the Bill Eadie stuff altered probably the trajectory of Demolition to where we didn't get as big a payoff as we could have with them. Got a Dallas score again? Or is this just the beginning of the second half? Oh, yeah, it's just the beginning of the second half. Phew, it's 42-7, Jesus. Yeah, they were doing a lot of 3-on-3. I thought the initial plan was just to kind of phase Eadie out, but he would always be there and be a presence. And then they put the masks on, which was really bad. And hell, those two teams both worked matches at WrestleMania 7. But it was the final pretty much appearance of Demolition. There was nothing left of them. But you'd think they should have done that. They worked with the Japanese guys, and then Road Warriors worked with Power and Glory. They should have just done a blow-off between those two teams, the official, end of Demolition. But to think about where they were at WrestleMania 6 to the way they had a completely forgettable match at WrestleMania 7, sad. They were one of my favorite teams ever.
Vader that year went on to become World Heavyweight Champion for the first time. This is second title reign against Flair later on, but the ribs still have to be maybe a part that you would focus on facing a guy like Sting, Justin.
Oof.
And that's what they're doing. High impact blows right on the ribcage.
And they're stretching him out.
Wow. Yeah, Sting's got no paint left. It always would stay on the eyes. Same thing happened to the Warrior. All his paint would come off, but he'd always have shit flapping from his eyelids. I think it was just harder for that to peel off. Oh, yeah, I forgot I made 2 overlays for this. There's this one, too. Maybe we'll switch it for a couple minutes, just for fun. If anybody hasn't tapped the thumbs up, feel free to do so. It's free. It's free of charge. I don't charge you a service fee or nothing for hitting the like button. That's what a nice guy I am. How awesome was Dynamite last week seeing CM Punk rocking the Sting gear and vice versa? So Sting's another guy. So we've seen Scorpio, who I think is still semi-active, Dustin and Sting all in the ring now. I actually do think that Mark Canterbury might work a little bit. My buddy Daniel, who's a referee, I swear he told me he reffed a match of his like within the last couple of years. So he might still make an appearance or two, but I wouldn't call him active. Hey, did y'all get a load of Nick Patrick's shoes? What exactly is going on down there? I always like that last name of Sags. You wouldn't want to be an old lady with that name, that's for sure. My name is Martha Sags. Oh, they got little Sting things on sticks, too. You know what kind of wrestlers comes on sticks? The best kinds. Oh, this is where okay, because I had no idea what they used this building for. The Charlotte Checkers hockey team. I was living in North Carolina by this point. I had no idea about the Checkers. I didn't realize the Checkers were a thing. Did Missy trip Nick? She probably did. Bitches be tripping. He did reverse the abdominal. Wow, they're putting this time limit up hard. 5 minutes left. So maybe this match was intended to go that. I was assuming this was a pay-per-view timing thing. I don't think we get a time limit draw here. All I know is the Nasties retain somehow. I hate to see a DQ go down after a 30-minute match, but they're probably going to do something like that. I can't see Sting or Road Warriors wanting to put either one of these guys over, so I think if the Nasties win, or if they retain the title, it's a DQ scenario. Or count out. That would be my instinctual guess. I didn't happen to catch it when I looked up the time for this match. I just know that they retain, so I actually don't know. 4 minutes. It is, Michael. I couldn't find WCW pics of either of them that look good enough to use. Actually, the pic of Flair, he's wearing the Winged Eagle title. I just cut it off. But I'm like, it looks close enough. And I didn't find any good renders of Vader in WCW. Can he make it? So since my flaws have been pointed out, we'll put the other one back. There. That's better.
Here's the double cross splash. That's the prelude to their Indy maneuver. They're going for it right now, Jesse.
The big power body slam.
Look, Hawk's just getting right in there. I like it. He just disposed of Knobs. I just kind of like it how Hawk was like, F this. He just got in the ring and just beat them both up. And now Sting tags and all that was totally illegal. That's why wrestling's awesome. There's no rules in this shit. Just do what you want. Now, Hawk's going at it hard now. Jesus. Ooh, ugly looking body power slam looking thing there to Knobs. Wow, 1 month earlier was UFC's first show, huh? First pay-per-view. Wow. He's not. Oh, Missy. Oh, Sting, he just forced a kiss on her? Okay. Is that something we want to be doing? Nope. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was going to be the finish. Oh, look at Hawks calling for the Doomsday. Can Sting lift Sags up? Or Knobs, excuse me. Oh, look at Knobs helped him out. Did you catch that? He jumped on the second rope to get him up for the Doomsday. Man, Sting is struggling to hold him up. Oh, my God. That is just so much went wrong there. Oh, no, now Missy's breaking up the count. Well, where's the bell? Missy just broke up a count. Okay, I was about to say, how does that not end the match? So Knobs had to jump basically up on the second rope to get high enough for Sting to get him up for the Doomsday, but Sting could barely hold him. Hawk tried to save it by jumping as they were kind of falling over, but Knobs took a gnar bump right in the back of his neck. How everybody escaped with the use of their legs intact is beyond me. Yeah, that's going to be a DQ on these guys. It's going to be Sting and Road Warrior winning. They do. I love how Michael Buffer's got to spell it out. They do keep the belts. All right, here we go. Mean Gene again. It looks like he's on a green screen here, but he's not. Gene. It's crazy seeing Mean Gene and Jesse Ventura on a not WWE show. It's been 30 years and it still blows my mind. Oh, cool. We can talk to Cactus and Maxx. You could get away with DQs back in these days. Hell, they did. The main event of WrestleMania 8 was a DQ. Fans didn't have the same complaints back then that we do now. Like after a pay-per-view like this, nobody would be like, "It was okay, but you know, they shouldn't have done 2 DQs." Like fans didn't. That wasn't their mindset. Usually at the end of a show, you either knew if you liked it or you didn't like it. It wasn't overanalyzed, and it certainly wasn't picked apart. Because we could pick apart of this show a lot with all these botches and scary moments and near paralysis that we've had. All right, here comes Vader. He's not wearing the thing at this point, right? I think he's already dropped the, yeah. He's dropped the elephant helmet or whatever that thing was. And it is cool that Race is out here for this. Hey Harley, did you lock that Pontiac? Did you hit the? Did you lock it up? 'Cause, I mean, that's a sweet looking Bonneville. I mean, sure, Flair rolled in in a limo with a police escort, but you ain't balling unless you roll up in that Pontiac.
including Sting, Cactus Jack, Nikita, Sid Vicious.
That smelly ass mask.
What do you say, Jess?
Well, Vader said to me, Jesse, get comfortable because I'm going to hurt him slowly.
Outstanding.
God, Vader's career would start taking a turn after this. 94, Hogan got there, and of course, you know what that means. Here comes Flair in Charlotte. I mean, at this time, Ric Flair is in his 40s. Mr. Emotional Pants. I love looking at these signs because they're often misspelled. I remember back in the day when Austin first started getting over, people were carrying signs to the crowd that said can of whip ass, like WHIP, whip ass. It's like it's whoop ass, whip ass. Whoop. Nature Boy is the man. Becky Lynch is going to have something to say about that. Those people in the audience need to recognize who the real man is, and that's Becky.
Introducing first, coming into the ring with his manager, the legendary Harley Race. Wearing red and black and weighing in at 449.
449. Flair's what, 228?
Three-time WCW heavyweight title holder. And is considered by many to be the greatest big man when he steps in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning professional wrestling heavyweight champion of the world.
Look at him. I mean, Vader, like when he does that, it's just crazy. Somebody can be that badass. He's exactly what a professional wrestler would look like to an average casual non-wrestling fan, where like if they picture what a pro wrestler stereotypically looks like in their head, Vader should pretty much come up. Big crazy looking dude with a weird mask. Oh, he's made a vow of victory. Don't cry already, Rick. For fuck's sake, man. Yeah, Kelvin, you're kind of right. I mean, Vader, he had a bad ending in WCW with Hogan being there, and then went to WWE and he had to work with Shawn. Poor Vader, you know. His last title program in WCW and his first title program in WWE were with two of the worst people to ever work with politically. Vader really got a raw deal, man. But these were still great Vader days. And this Vader is what many people consider to be legendary Vader.
It's a career that began 20 years ago. A year later, in 1974, a plane crash thought the career was over.
Yeah, that plane crash that Ric Flair was in happened in the town I used to live in Wilmington. That plane crash might be easy compared to this. I mean, he was still in WWE at the beginning of the year. Flair. Yeah, he threw Flair all the way across the ring. I've talked about this before, but like when Hogan came in '94, it was like his first three things that he did mirrored WWE, WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3. Like he came in and had the match with Flair, but in that match, you had like Mr. T, and I think even Muhammad Ali or something like that. It was like celebrity and star-studded, and some of those people were involved at WrestleMania 1, like Mr. T. Right after that, he faces Vader in a cage, right? Just like WrestleMania 2. He faced Bundy in a cage. And then right after that, he went into his feud with the Giant, just like at WrestleMania 3, he worked with Andre the Giant. So it was almost like they were just rehashing his WWE career, but sped way up, just doing it in a matter of months. Didn't seem like they had like original ideas. There's a typical Hogan shit, typical Hogan matches, typical Hogan opponents. I know Flair got his mouth busted open. Even in my thumbnail, you can see some broken teeth or something. It's either he either broke his teeth or the blood is just covering it and makes it look like it's broken. But yeah, he looked like he got his mouth all busted pretty good here. I wasn't aware Vader got two black eyes in this. The strength of Vader. Yeah, they did that Baywatch shit. That was right when Vader left, and he went AWOL for Fall Brawl. And then he'd show up in the Rumble. But I remember at that time, right when that was all happening, the talk was he's going to WWE. I remember being really excited around the Fall Brawl time when he wasn't there, and I was like, oh shit, Vader's leaving, and he's kind of had a falling out with the company. We all just expected it would only be a matter of time before he turned up in WWE. God, he just swatted, literally, Ric Flair away. Yeah, I mean, even his theme music was just a different version of the song he already had, basically. New lyrics and tune and everything, but it's still all about America and all that stuff, so... I think this actually is probably a better time for Vader to jump to WWE if he would have left now, like left in 93 or 94 and gone over there. Although if he went in 94, he'd probably just be in the $1 Million Corporation or something. But, I mean, you had Bundy there. I think he could have had better success in 94. Even in 95, I think he could have done well. Oof. Yeah, Mike, we're going to start Royal Rumbles 1 week from tonight. Royal Rumbles all through January. Oh. Face first. That punk, ain't it? Ooh, Vader misses a running splash into the barricade. Flair's turning it on now. Chops and punches. Crowd's going nuts. Oh, yeah, Flair's turned on the intensity. Finally, you've been a fucking subdued stick in the mud all through your car ride. I haven't seen Flair even amped up once, and he's half nuts. Oh, Flair and Race going at it. Gotta love that. Race taking him down. Flair selling for him. Respect. Yeah, we got Vader and Sid matches. Master of the Power Bombs and all that shit. Got a match in WWE. Actually, the match that gave Sid the title shot against Shawn at Survivor Series was against Vader. Beat him in WWE. I know they had something going on in WCW more than once. Oh my God, Victor, you can say that again. I'll watch this shit any day of the week over Monday Night Raw. Yeah, imagine putting Vader in WWE in '94 during Brett's run. You know, Brett had already worked a lot against Yoko. So I don't know if I would have wanted to see Brett just in there against big guys all the time, but they could work good. They had good matches in '96. So, and '97 or whenever Brett wrestled them. Road Warriors and Sting teamed up a lot, but Hawk, Animal wasn't around. I think this might have been during the falling out with Hawk. I'm not sure. Or either that or he was injured. But, yeah, Hawk was a solo act a couple times and stints in WCW. I probably will, Mike. I'll probably react to the Rumble 2022. I got to think about that. I want to do a review, too, so I don't know. Yeah, Vader just did lay him in. You work with Vader, you're going to get them big fucking huge potatoes on the side of your head and mouth. Damn. Oh, Vader and Brock in their primes? Hell yeah, I'd watch that one. Give me like 2002 or 2003 Brock against this Vader. Holy shit. He would get Vader up so high for that F5. He'd probably hit it on him like it was nothing. None. Oh, my God. Now Dallas is blocking punts. Jesus Christ. Why the hell did I not start Prescott? And they're just beating the shit out of Washington. It is 49-7. Oh, yeah, Victor. I've seen that documentary. It's right behind me on the shelf somewhere. Oh, yeah, so Flair might have finally – this might have been where Flair got busted a little bit. He seems to be selling the mouth and face a lot.
Well, you know what Vader wants to do? He wants to humiliate him in front of his hometown. Absolutely. Send him into retirement a broken man.
Send him into retirement a broken man. God, this second rope splash always scared me by Vader. Oh, Flair got out of the way. Flair going to the top. Is he actually going to hit a successful move from the top? Is he? He is. The very rare successful top rope attempt. Oh, Flair's going up for a second time? You ain't going to do it twice, buddy. Maybe he is. That looks so terrible. Wow, Flair with 3 straight successful trips to the top. Big knee drop. Yeah, Gene had just come in. He wasn't calling SummerSlam, but he was doing backstage interviews. Yeah, there's Flair busted open in the mouth a little bit. Bobby Heenan was about to come in too. He either just came in or he was just about to come in right around this time. Yeah, he's just Flair's just taking an ass kicking here. Superplex? Yikes. Please be careful, both of you. Wow. Big superplex. Flair got way up there, too. I always love how Flair always took the... I think that's because of the plane crash. I'm not sure. You ever notice how Flair takes his bumps? He's always on his side. He lands on his side, never flat on his back. Oof. Vader did that move a lot. The elbow drop between the legs. Yeah, Flair's got a busted mouth or something. A lot of blood on his teeth. Oh, Flair tried a little flurry there, and Vader shut him down. No, I don't remember the Rumble that Eddie won on SmackDown. No recollection. Oh, yeah, when Vader did the splash to Gorilla. That was, I believe that was an angle because when Vader came in, he needed surgery. Something was wrong with him. Might have been shoulder or something. And he hadn't got it done yet. But they wanted to debut him anyway, so they brought him into the Rumble. Then they shot the angle with Gorilla to suspend Vader so he go get it done. And Vader, like, just taking bumps was, or Gorilla taking bumps in 96. He would die 3 years later. Was pretty awesome to see. And at the time, that was a great way to bring Vader in, you know. He busted some heads at the Rumble, and then he attacks the president the next night. What a way to make it a debut, you know. But fizzled so hard after that. Flair fighting hard, taking an ass kicking here. I do remember the finish. I know how Flair wins, but I'm curious if he's getting pummeled this badly all the way up until the end. Yikes. Crowd is a little quiet. They might be nervous in Charlotte. Jesus Christ. Prescott's got 40 points. My God, I would have won. Oh, that sucks. No, that's true, Jesse. Flair ain't quitting in Charlotte. Okay, I didn't recall that's how... I knew Eddie got the shot somehow at No Way Out. I just didn't remember how it happened. Flair fighting hard, hard, hard. Ooh! He just backhand him to the face. Jesus. Crowd like that. Flair's getting his 15th wind. Let's go. Oh, Vader ripped the mask off. Oh, now it's heating up. A smart Flair gets Pee-wee to hold off Race, turn his back so he can smack. Oh, Flair took Jesse's seat. I like it. Oh! Hell yeah, dirtiest player. He should go give the seat back to Jesse. I think he did. Here you go. You can have this back now. It is a war, all right. This is very this is really reminiscent of like a good NWA match. Just beating the piss out of each other. Those short little punches to the face, Flair did those pretty well. Yeah, Vader had to miss those moonsaults because you ain't trying to take one from him. Unless you want to be dead. He did. Oh, my God. He is just pulverizing Vader. That might have been where the black eyes took place. Oh, yeah. Flair chops in a street fight. Flair is just laying those punches in on his face. Jesus. Flair's got great. I never understood the biting. Like biting somebody's face anyway. Like I bite their fingers off or something. Like how much damage could you do really if you try to bite someone's forehead? You might break some skin or something, but like how much damage can you do? I'm pretty sure a skull is harder than teeth, so. Oof. Flair has got those legs in position. He's strutting. Dirtiest players on full display here. Just all that shenanigans on the outside with the chair. Oh, yeah, look at Vader's eye. Cut above his left eye. Vader's going for the Vader bomb. Missed. Flair scoots out. Oh, thank God they got their Cooper Rush in. I'm about to say they should take Prescott out. They don't need him. Oh, he's going for the figure four. And he's got it. Look at Harley. Get down, Harley. Races all the way up there. I feel like Flair's going to go over and knock him off. Vader's got... Oh, no. Harley's coming in the ring. Ref is warning him to stay out. Oh, I thought Harley was going to the top rope for a second. I'm like, no, he's not. He does. Flair is fired up. Ooh, Flair ate a boot. Vader escaped that entire Arsenal onslaught of all that punishment and the figure four. Harley going nuts. Ugh. God. Damn, he is just wearing Flair. Hey, I did like that. When Baszler bit Becky, that was actually good stuff. I thought that was going to be the beginning of something awesome for Baszler, but of course, it was not. Oh, he's going all the way to the top. Big moonsault. Ain't no way he's hitting this. Ugh. This might be the finish. Oh, Vader's still fighting him off. Oh, there's Harley is going to the top rope. He's going for that knee, isn't he? Oh, no, the headbutt. I forgot he does the headbutt. He hit Vader. Harley with that diving headbutt. Oh, look at Anderson pushed him out. Oh, this is great shit. And then the smoke clears, and we've got Vader. They should go for a finish right here just to maximize crowd pop. Oh, and there. Down goes Flair again. But no. Takes him down. This is it. And he won. I remember it was kind of a weird, wonky looking roll up, but he got the pop desired, that's for sure. He's trying to put the belt on him already. I'm like, let me catch my breath, yo. This got to be a first time in history if Pee-wee pulls it off. He did. He had that belt on and strapped on before Buffer even finished the announcement. Fireworks are already going off. It's almost as if they planned it this way. I couldn't even hear Flair's music over all that. I'd put this up there with Flair's best title win. Aside from maybe like Rumble 92, which was pretty fucking epic. Like, I like this one just because of what an NWA WCW match it was. Confetti falling. Don't you want to stay in the ring and celebrate? He's just getting the fuck out. Such a short celebration. I thought he'd chill out there for like a minute or two and soak it in. Salute the fans. He's already behind the curtain. 30 seconds after the finish. See ya. The confetti is still falling. That's weak sauce, man. Fucking Race doing the headbutt. Misses the headbutt. I think Flair should have stayed out in front of the audience for a little bit longer. Maybe he does, because what the fuck? There's some time left in this, isn't there? There must be an interview backstage. That's got to be what it is. There's 7 minutes left in this show. I'm sure we got to watch Flair celebrate. So maybe that's why he hightailed it out of there, but damn. Is that it? Okay.
It's like New Year's Eve in Charlotte. They're still celebrating in Charlotte. Why not? I know there's going to be a party.
I mean, they're all still there. I cannot believe Flair left so fast. Okay, so Bischoff and Mean Gene are going to be back there probably talking to Flair. Oh, I didn't know this. His parents were here. Wow. That's cool. Yeah. Like, nobody left. That's why I can't believe they didn't have Flair out there and milk it. Like, Hogan would be posing, you know? He'd still be out there posing. Oh, Vader's pissed. Oh, he's mad at Race. You hit me with a headbutt. Oh, look at the Nasty Boys back there. Why do they have it covered in plastic for the champagne? Vader's tearing shit up back there. We've lost contact with Eric Bischoff. Vader killed Bischoff. We've lost contact with him. They scored again. It's 55-7 with a full quarter left. Way to go, Washington. Oh, he is coming out. Okay, well, I was about to say, man. Maybe he had to take a piss. Did he chip his teeth? What the fuck went on there? It's another Red Wings jersey. Probably the same guy. He just came out for like, what's it called when they come out of the dugout and they do the hat one more time? That's all he did.
Okay, I do understand with Craig Leathers and Mean Gene Okerlund is ready. This has to be a big moment in all our careers. Gene, it's all yours.
All right, we're going to get the... Oh, yeah, that's right. Look at Charlotte. Check out those bangs on Charlotte. And the other one is Conrad's wife. David just looks like an idiot. And little Reed with that bowl cut. Never seen a sweeter one in my life.
I did not really take it to Vader. He took it to me. He's a great wrestler and a great champion. I was really overwhelmed by the support. And, first time I ever had my family on TV, so it's a big deal for me.
Flair, you just got to be more flary than this.
I can certainly understand.
He's total pussy tonight. Come on, Flair.
Beth, we don't see you and the kids all that often.
Check out Charlotte at Starrcade.
But certainly I'd like to get your thoughts and your impressions of everything that happened. Obviously, you're delighted.
David Flair is alive over here, right? This isn't just like a cardboard cutout of him. He's actually breathing and moving.
All right, well, Beth, happy New Year to you. Happy holidays to the family. I don't know, Sting, if I can bring you in. I don't want to bring. Here's a guy that's gone up and down the road. Nature Boy many times. As you know,
Oh, Sting's here.
was made here tonight. The 11th time that this man has become the WCW heavyweight champ. You know how tough it is to get that title one time or two times.
I'm telling you, congratulations, Rick. I said it one time before in Baltimore, Maryland. We had our battles with the world title, and I said it before on live TV. It was a pay-per-view. I said he was
Yeah, we just reviewed that show.
of all time.
The one Sting's talking about.
It's obvious. I'm about ready to get emotional just like him. You are amazing, Rick. Truly amazing. Congratulations. You deserve every bit of it. I hate to say it. I was almost betting against you, but you did it to prove it all.
All right, Ricky Steamboat. You
Check it out. Love it.
your differences, but you've also been on the same side of the ring.
That's really cool.
Something, everybody. This stands before you. History's been made. This man to be world heavyweight champion for the 11th time, and for me to stand before you and all the fans that are viewing.
I think, yeah, Arn was here. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Might have been hurt or I don't know.
Short of time, we're going to have to leave the air here momentarily.
Oh, that's right. This was right after the Sid thing. Yeah, he ain't here. I forgot. That's why Sid's not on the show either.
Been a very, very fortunate man. Bottom line.
I loved this Ric Flair match, but this is my least favorite Ric Flair. No, he's got that blood all in his mouth.
To have somebody like you.
But all the shit he said at home and then in the limo and now here, it's like, give the dude a Red Bull.
Starrcade 93 for Jesse the Body Ventura, for Tony Schiavone, Mean Gene C. and Will Senior in 1994. So long.
Next year is 1994, y'all. I can't believe it's 1994 already. Seems like just yesterday it was 1981, you know? And here it is. We're 2 days away from 1994. Holy crap, y'all. Well, that was fun. That was a fun wrap-up on the watch-alongs, I think, for this month and for this year. So we're going to have a good time in January doing Royal Rumbles and stuff. So just as a reminder, what you got coming from me this week, we will be back on Wednesday night to watch Dynamite. And then this coming Thursday, we've got our little end-of-year Q&A hangout live stream. So if you want to send questions in for that ahead of time, do so by sending them to goodmikework@gmail.com. Otherwise, just hang out that night, ask questions in the chat. We'll hang out, toast some cold ones, and send off 2021. And the plan as of right now, unless COVID completely fucks everything up, is to be up here this coming Saturday for a day one review. And then 1 week from tonight, next Sunday, we will start our Royal Rumble watch-alongs. I just got to figure out which one that's going to be. But I'll have a link up to you within like 48 hours once I decide and throw it up on the channel. So thanks for hanging out tonight. Merry Christmas again. Happy holidays to everybody. And I will catch you right before the close of 2021. You'll have a good rest of your night. Talk to you soon. Peace.